Ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak to your heart today. Not your mind alone, but your heart, the part of you that aches when you're alone, that yearns for meaning, that longs to know, is anyone walking this road with me? And I want to tell you something that's not just comforting, it's the truth. God walks with you. Every single step, you are not alone. The Bible tells us in Hebrews 13:5, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. Never. Not in your pain, not in your confusion, not even in your failure. We live in a world filled with noise, phones ringing, screens flashing, voices pulling us in every direction, but the still small voice of God is calling to you today. I am here. I am with you. You are mine. Tonight, I'm not offering religion. I'm offering relationship, a friendship deeper than any human bond. God is your closest friend. He knows your name, He knows your wounds, and He walks beside you even when you can't feel Him, especially then. So I ask you, are you ready to walk with the one who's never stopped walking with you, even when the night seems darkest and the road ahead feels uncertain? God's presence remains unshakable. There are moments in life when we feel as though no one understands. No one sees the tears we cry behind closed doors, and no one walks beside us through the pain. But that is not true when it comes to God. He is not distant or detached. He does not wait for you at the end of your journey. He walks it with you, step by step, heartbeat by heartbeat. His eyes are fixed on you, not in judgment, but in love. When you feel abandoned by people, when friends turn their backs, or when family doesn't understand, God stays. The Bible says in Psalm 34:18, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. That means in your most fragile state, in the moment when you are barely holding on, God is not far away. He is close, closer than your next breath, closer than your shadow. He does not require you to be strong to be near you. He comes into your weakness. He surrounds your loneliness with His perfect presence. There is a beautiful moment in the life of the prophet Elijah when he is so weary that he collapses under a tree and says, I've had enough, Lord. But God didn't rebuke him. He didn't walk away. Instead, He sent an angel to feed him, to strengthen him. That's what God does. He meets you in your lowest valley and walks you through it. He does not promise that there won't be valleys, but He does promise that you won't walk them alone. Sometimes we equate the presence of pain with the absence of God, but pain does not mean He is left. It means He is working something deeper. Just because you can feel Him doesn't mean He's not there. He is. He always is. You don't have to see the sun to know it's in the sky. In the same way, you don't have to feel goosebumps or hear a voice to know that God is near. Faith tells us, reminds us, that He walks beside us even in silence. Jesus Himself knew what it was to feel alone. In the Garden of Gethsemane, He cried out, my soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. And on the cross He said, my God, why have you forsaken me? He entered into the deepest kind of abandonment so that you and I would never have to face it alone. That's love. That's presence. That's a God who is not removed from suffering, but who enters it with us. Even if your circumstances haven't changed, even if the storm is still raging, He is your anchor. The storm may howl, but it will not shake the one who holds your soul. He has never left your side. He never will. The promise still stands. I will never leave you nor forsake you. That's not a suggestion. That's not temporary. That's eternal. That's unbreakable. That's God. God is not looking for a surface-level connection with you. He's not interested in a distant acknowledgement or a passing thought on Sunday morning. He wants your heart. He wants your friendship. He wants to walk with you, talk with you, and be with you in every part of your life, not just the moments you think are spiritual. God is not a religious duty or a distant ruler waiting for you to perform correctly. He is a loving Father, a faithful companion, and a friend who sticks closer than a brother. From the beginning, God has sought relationship. In the Garden of Eden, He walked with Adam in the cool of the day, not out of obligation, but because He wanted to be near him. That desire hasn't changed. The same God who created the heavens and the earth wants to walk with you. He doesn't just want your belief. He wants your trust, your conversations, your struggles, your celebrations. He wants to be invited into your ordinary moments, because to Him, nothing about you is ordinary. When Jesus came to earth, He didn't just teach crowds and perform miracles. He sat at tables. He wept at graves. He walked dusty roads with ordinary people. He laughed. He listened. He asked questions. That's what friends do. And He called His disciples not just servants, but friends. Think about that. The Son of God, perfect in every way, calling imperfect men His friends, not because they earned it, but because He loved them. That same invitation is extended to you today. We often think we need to clean ourselves up, fix our problems, or become more spiritual before we can get close to God. But God draws near in our mess. He meets us in the middle of our failures, not after we've escaped them. Friendship with God isn't reserved for the flawless. It's offered to the willing, to those who say, God, I want to know you. I want to walk with you. That simple desire opens the door. So many people walk through life surrounded by others, yet feel utterly alone. You can have hundreds of friends on social media, but if your heart is aching in silence, it's not connection, it's loneliness. But God knows that ache. He sees what no one else sees. He hears the thoughts you can't speak. And He doesn't run from your broken places. He runs toward them. That's the kind of friend He is, a friend who enters the fire with you, a friend who speaks peace when the world gives you fear, a friend who stays when everyone else walks away. This friendship with God is not like earthly relationships that fade, disappoint, or betray. He is constant. He is faithful. He is present. He doesn't grow tired of you. He doesn't get bored with your story. He doesn't roll His eyes at your failures or flinch at your wounds. He loves you with a love that never fails. And He is always ready to listen. No appointment needed, no perfect prayer required. Just honesty, just your heart. And the more time you spend with Him, the more your heart changes. Not because you're trying harder, but because love transforms. You begin to trust Him more deeply. Hear His voice more clearly and rely on Him more fully. That's the power of relationship. It's not about religion. It's about walking with the one who created you and knows you better than anyone else ever could.